Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah. That was a really loud sip.
I know it was.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, guys?
So we missed a bunch of videos, or we're catching up on videos. You know, pretty packed last couple of days. So you want to talk about our first day in Berlin, or I guess our first 2 days in Berlin, because our first day in Berlin was just like we got there. We were both really tired. I was really tired.
Yep.
Because we spent a whole week partying in Munich. So I slept the whole time we were our first day in Berlin. What time did we get to the hostel? Do you remember?
Like 4?
Yeah, we got to the hostel around like 4-ish.
And then supper.
Yeah, I went for supper at that
around the corner we had the stew and the
stew and schnitzel.
Schnitzel, yeah.
Yeah, we had potato. It was like potato soup with sausages, and then schnitzel, and it was delicious. And it was a ton of food for your money.
It was good.
Yeah, like €12. We got like so much food that we were in food coma. Yeah.
Yeah. The next day we went on the tour with with Andrew.
Yeah. So we went on a paid walking tour, €15
for 6 hours.
For 6 hours, yeah. So there are a lot of free walking tours over here that we've done. Yeah, exactly. And every free walking tour, they say at the start and then they say at the end, you know, we want to provide the best experience, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, we do this of our own free time, so we accept tips. So normally the tours are really good, and we wind up tipping between 10 and €15 anyway for every tour. So the free tour was like 3 hours, and the paid one, which was only €15, was 6. Yep. So we were like, all right, freak that. We're going to pay 10 to 15 anyway for the free one, so we may as well go on the long one.
More bang for the buck.
Exactly. And it was great, too, yeah. So what did we... He was excellent. Yeah.
He pointed out some, like, the golden stones in the ground, which marked, like, some of the Jewish people who were taken away to camps and who died, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or, like, the sides of buildings, there was, like, plaques commemorating the, I guess, memory of certain Jewish people who died in the war.
Yeah, they had lived in the homes, and so, like, all over Europe, I guess, they have golden cobblestones, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like golden cobblestones with the name of a Jewish person who was taken from that spot to a concentration camp, like, everywhere.
Except in Munich.
Except in Munich, because the Jewish people there thought that it was offensive to be, like, walking on the dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so, where did we go after that?
We saw the Jewish graveyard there. Where, like, they showed, like, they took all the things out of it to use, like, the stone for paving new roads, and so they had a big statue there commemorating, like, all the Jewish people who were dead before the war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then Checkpoint
Charlie? Is that where we did? We went Checkpoint Charlie after that?
I think so.
Yeah, so we walked up to Checkpoint Charlie after that. And Checkpoint Charlie is like the famous spot you see all the pictures from of like the Soviet tanks and the US tanks facing off in Berlin by the Berlin Wall. So right now it's a fake beach with beer carts and stuff.
Beer carts, little ice cream stands.
Yeah, it's a tourist destination for sure, but like so I didn't realize Germany was surrounded by like 9 or 11 different countries or something like that. Was it 9 or was it 11?
Oh, yeah. If we did it there, I don't remember. But
yeah,
like,
Germany.
Like 8 or 9.
Yeah, so it's like Denmark,
Netherlands,
Belgium, France, Liechtenstein.
Oh, friggin' Luxembourg also.
Luxembourg, I mean. Yeah. Switzerland.
Czech.
Austria, yeah, Czech Republic, and Poland. So 9 countries or something like that. Yeah, so Germany's surrounded by a lot of different countries, and so we talked a lot about how after the war, East Berlin, West Berlin, and the Berlin Wall, the original Berlin Wall went up in one night.
Yep, the first wall.
Yeah, so it was just like barbed wire and stuff, but it's just like, can you imagine that? You go to bed and then you wake up and there's a big wall, like cutting your city in half.
Yep, pretty much.
And the wall wasn't built to keep people...
It was meant to keep people in?
Yeah, it wasn't meant to keep people out of East Berlin. It was meant to keep people in East Berlin, so you couldn't leave.
Mm.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting.
And it wasn't as simple as, like, getting over one wall and being in the clear, because then you entered, like, the dead zone.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
exactly. And there's like that spacing, and then they can just if they're up in their tower, they can just shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was that was a pretty cool experience. And then we walked we walked down the road to the Topography of Terra Museum, which is a museum on the grounds where the old SS headquarters were.
Yeah.
Matt and I spent how long did we spend? 2 hours in there after the fact?
Yeah, like 2 hours, just reviewing all the, I guess, articles there and documentation.
Yeah, it's like the museum is like a history of the Third Reich and all the awful things they did, and yeah, it's pretty
exhausting.
Yeah, it was exhausting. The biggest thing that the biggest thing that shocked me was that the German people at large were okay with they weren't okay with it. They knew that people were being taken away to these concentration camps, but they didn't exactly know what was going on.
But Hitler's doing so much good for everybody and helping the economy, we can overlook some of the bad for a lot of the good.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was they didn't know exactly what was going on in the camps. They just knew people were being taken away and put in the camps, and they were okay with that. And so, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no words.
No words. Then we went to Hitler's bunker. It's a parking lot now. The most visited parking lot in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, Hitler died in that parking lot.
That's where they burned him.
No, yeah, that's where they burned him. Yeah, they dragged his body in the streets and burned him.
Yeah.
Because he shot himself in the head and took a cyanide capsule at the same time so that he would make sure he died.
Double dead.
Yeah, double dead. Yep. So that was cool. You can't actually go visit the bunker because they blew it up.
But caved it all in.
Yeah, they caved it in. It's underneath the parking lot, but it's all caved in. Then we went to where do we go next? Holocaust Memorial, the Jewish Holocaust Memorial.
Yeah.
Stones and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Well, the Jewish Holocaust Memorial.
That's the one you can walk in. It's got all the blocks and stuff. You have no idea what I'm talking about?
Remember.
Man.
I know we went to see it.
It was huge. Okay, so it's this big area that you can walk among, and then there's all these huge stone rectangles just jutting out of the ground.
Oh yeah, it's like a maze kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a maze. So the reason all the rectangles are of varying heights and sizes, or no, not sizes, they're all the same width, but they're varying heights.
Yeah.
Because the Jews didn't have a whole lot of land, so they, instead of burying their dead out in cemeteries, they had to bury them up. So that's why that's supposed to represent a Jewish graveyard. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy too, because the company who made the gas Cyclone B, which was used in the gas chambers to kill the Jewish people, they were the same company that won the contract to actually build this Holocaust memorial.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just...
It's just wow.
Yeah.
Heck.
And so after the fact, when everyone found that out, all these German companies started coming out saying, "Hey, I did this in the Hey, we did this in the Holocaust. We did this in the Holocaust." Because
so it wouldn't become bad light after the fact.
Exactly. Air your dirty laundry out. Yep.
Yep.
Then we went down. We saw Brandenburg Gate and the Reichstag, where so the Reichstag is the big political. That's where all the parliament meets to discuss stuff. It's a big fancy palace.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to talk about. We went to Museum Island as well.
Oh yeah, there's a coin in one of the museums there. It's worth $1 million Canadian.
Yeah.
Which is
Can you imagine
going to McDonald's? Oh, 10,000 McDonald's, please.
Yeah. 10,000 McDouble. No way, you get way more than that for $1 million Canadian. How much is McDouble?
Oh, it's only $1.99.
Okay.
Fucking
no, you get $500,000. You get $500,000. 500,000 or 499,000 or something like that. You get $500,000 McDoubles.
All your McDoubles. Now, wait a minute.
Yeah, you get $1 million. Yeah, $500,000 McDoubles with that coin. That's awesome. Yeah. So, and we also saw the big cathedral. It's supposed to be the Protestant version of St. Peter's in Rome. That's St. Peter. Berlin was supposed to be the Protestant Rome, I guess. That's what Frederick the Great wanted it to be way back in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Berlin's just a very interesting city.
It had more to offer than I figured it did.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Yeah, knowing nothing about Berlin going in, I'm glad that we went there.
Yep.
Let's see. What else did we do that day? Do we see anything new or exciting or different that you can think of? I can't. Did we leave anything out?
Andrew talked about Einstein a bit too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, Einstein. Einstein taught at Stuttgart University in Berlin. Yeah.
So we saw the university. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we saw the university. We saw the spot where the Nazis burned all the books. Like.
Oh, and there's like this little pit in the ground where it showed like all the books.
Sorry. Yeah. There's like a pit in the ground with like a bunch of empty bookshelves. It's supposed to represent everything that was
like 25,000 books.
Yeah, 25,000 books burned.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's crazier to me though is there's like a plaque in that square, and it's been in that square since like before the Nazis took over, and it says I don't remember who it's by, but it says like if you start with burning books, you'll eventually burn bodies.
Yeah.
And that's a quote from like the 1800s or something like that. Oh man, it's
pretty freaky.
Yeah, like just too real for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. Is that? Oh yeah, and then we went back to the hostel and we ran into Jack again.
Oh yeah, Jack. We were like, what the heck? So we played pool and watched the game.
Yeah, exactly. So our buddy Jack McLean from London, who we met in Munich, we walked into our hostel that night in Berlin, and there he was, just hanging out. So
that's where he was staying.
Yeah. So we hung out and we watched the German version of the German football version of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was crazy. The fans like at halftime, the fans lit the stadium on fire.
Was that by accident or just because they were a lot of raving?
No, I think they had like fireworks and stuff, and they were trying to shoot off fireworks, and instead they just like lit the whole lower bowl on fire.
Derp.
Yeah, like they had stopped the game. It was pretty funny. Yeah, so that was pretty much it for that night. It was
a full day.
Yeah, it was a good full day. So stay tuned, because next time we're going to talk about our day 2 in Berlin, which was the bike tour.
A lot of biking.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.